Welcome back, and thanks for tuning in for another episode of the Teddy Mac Show. Today, we're going to be talking about DicKcipline. Now, I wanted to introduce this word because it's a word I've been in my head for years, since like basically the 80s. I've been seeing a lot of variations of it going around, like DicKcipline and things like that, but no, mine is DicKcipline. It's all one compound word. However, basically it means the same thing, but my variation is specific, which is DicKcipline. I just thought that I would explain the origin of DicKcipline to you and put it out there and let all you people know who do DicKcipline. I'm 53, and back in the 80s, back when I was like 16 or 15 years old, I made that word up. So if you didn't start saying DicKcipline or whatever it is you're saying before, what's that, 1985 or 6, then cut it out. Cut it out, okay? And most of you all was born around that time, so don't even try it. But anyway, I'm not shitting on it. You know, it's a good terminology. I ain't mad at you. It's cool, but it's not DicKcipline. All right. So since we get that out the way, I just want to let you all know how important DicKcipline is and how it has ruined the relationships between men and women. I usually speak specifically when I speak about women, I say Black women. And a lot of times Black women may get upset and say, oh, you're just knocking Black women. No, I speak specifically about Black women because that is my experience. I don't really date outside my race. I haven't never dated a white woman. I've never really dated anything outside of my race. Asian, none of that. Black women is my main experience, so that's what I speak on. So when I specifically say Black women this, Black women that, I mean it in the sense of that is where my experience is. However, I'm sure that other women of other nationalities and walks of life may do the same things, because basically to me it's just women's nature, the nature of women. So none of them are really exempt from doing it, because to me it's all programming. That's why most women are running around here like a chick with their head cut off with no accountability, talking crazy out the side of their neck, because it's all in their programming that they was given to them when they were coming up. Women out of control. And the reason why most men are too chicken shit to say anything to them. And the biggest reason is that they have no consequences for their actions. Men don't hold them accountable. They know in most cases that when they act poorly, most of the time they got a simptavious dude that's going to come along and going to make excuses for them and put their life, freedom, career, future, and everything online for them. And then when they do, it goes left. Okay, because I know plenty of dudes that didn't work out for coming through in my life. And the groundhog delivering their mail because they was on some simptavious shit, But I'm not saying that you're not supposed to stand up for your woman, but at the same time, it's limits to everything. You know, you're supposed to run things logically, not emotionally like her. You're supposed to hear everything out. You're supposed to run things according to you. And if she's not on your plan, man, just let her go. I mean, there's plenty of women out here. Women outnumber men exponentially. And if you travel, it's even more women than that. So I wouldn't even worry. You got billions of women in the world, man. Why are you worried about what one woman think, or one woman trying to control you with her sex or whatever? You know? Now just imagine this. And just imagine if women knew that men was not going to put up with their bad attitude, their house full of badass kids, and, you know, the disrespect, you know, the energy will be a whole lot different. Trust me. You know, if you just start withholding your sex, you know, you have to be scrutinous, because be honest with you, man, can't nothing happen without your seed. Nothing. They can't be mothers. They can't go get child support. They can't drag you through hell and back without your seed. You are the operator of life. Okay. You set the standards. Okay. And it's up to you on how you let things go. You know, if you're too scared to tell your woman what she need to know, when she need to know it, and because you think, oh my God, I'm gonna be in the doghouse and she ain't gonna give me sex, then guess what? You lost, buddy. You cooked. You know. Now, they don't respect or value as a man, you know, because if they got a bunch of kids by a bunch of different men, then what type of respect they gonna have for you? Okay, the respect start with yourself. You know, they basically see you as a tool. You know, and at this point, men created that monster. You know, because like I said, no matter how bad they act, you know, you're going to give them a pass and let them do what they want to do. You know, women should never feel like this, that they can just go out here and just have a bunch of kids by a bunch of different men and think that you're gonna put up with it. Now, I was looking at this right here. I don't really like watching stuff like this, but being that I'm doing content now, I have to look at this type of stuff because, you know, I have to show you the temperature of what's going on, what I'm basing my stuff on, because, you know, a lot of y'all get all butthurt, you know, over the truth. So we're gonna listen to this woman right here. The nerve of this woman to have all these demands, and she got all these children and all this dysfunction going on in her life, you know, and she thinks she a catch. So we're gonna let her bury herself. So let's listen.
Hello? Hi.
Hey,
You ready?
yeah, I'm ready. I'm in the bathroom.
Okay. What's your name, boo?
Alicia,
Alicia, where you call me from besides the bathroom girl?
St. Louis, Missouri.
How old are you?
I'm 39.
39. What you do for a living?
I do her on the side. I'm not employed. I'm not on nobody's clock.
How you pay your bills?
I get child support.
Well, keeping it real, child. Okay. How many kids do you have?
I'm actually the one that was on the in the comments when old girl April was on your show yesterday. I got 7 kids.
Okay, I didn't know you were in the comments. Did I say something about you?
Man, what in the what's going on out here? Imagine the nerve of this woman to think she could come back out on the market with 7 kids. And you got women out here with no children. Did the good catches. Man, look, I ain't putting, forget, no.
They was eating me up in the comments.
Okay, well, the cousins, I don't have nothing to do with that because I was doing the interview. So what happened?
I just stated that I had 7 kids, and somebody was like, "Is that a flex for you?" I'm like, "No, it's my truth." So I will never tell a man, because I have 3 that live here, but I have 7 together all together. But I would never tell a guy, "Oh, I have 3 kids," just so they would want to date me. But yeah, I have 7 kids.
Okay, 7 kids. All right, how old are your?
Man, I know that box beat up.
7 kids.
I have a 19-year-old, a 13-year-old, a 16-year-old, then my last four, 6, 3, one just turned 2 today, and I have a 5-year-old.
Man, are you freaking kidding me? This woman got all these little ass kids and she out here talking about she looking for somebody. Man, look. I'm gonna tell you something. It shouldn't be a dude nowhere on planet Earth that would touch this woman for nothing. Man, look, for real, I wouldn't even stick this broad. I wouldn't even do nothing with her. I would pass. This is a hard pass. She couldn't even get no dick from me.
A 5-year-old. Okay. How many men?
6.
So, what you call you?
And she say that with no shame.
Girl, you got 6 men. What you looking for? You calling me for number 7?
No, so let me say this. Before I started having kids, I always had a plan for my future. I wanted to have all my kids by one man. I wanted the Christian man, but life don't go as we plan it. But I wouldn't necessarily say I'm looking to have more kids. I'm just looking to not have to look no more.
Well, I understand that, but my question is, you gave 6 men a child. Out of all those 6 men, none of them were good enough for you to be with until the end of time?
In the beginning, yeah. In the beginning. But to be honest, a lot of these guys caught me in a moment of me being vulnerable. So that's just...
That's what I mean. No accountability. What the hell does she mean she was vulnerable? Vulnerable? First of all, you shouldn't even be having no kids without a husband. What kind of jackety smackety shit is that?
Just pretty much what it is. Well, was, but...
Well, let me ask you a question. Alicia, how old are you? You talking about 39. So Alicia's 39, St. Louis, unemployed, mom of 7 kids, 4 live with her, by 6 men. Have you ever been married?
No, I've been proposed to, but never been married.
So what kind of man are you looking for, Alicia?
A man that's not married. I don't do cheaters. I don't like cheaters. I don't do thieves. I'm not real too particular on a guy that I'm looking for. I just don't want no drama. Don't want no mess.
So the 4 kids that don't live with you, why? Just curious.
So my oldest daughter, she's grown pretty much.
Okay, 19, okay.
My 13-year-old stays for her dad.
Okay.
And then the other 2, I don't want to discuss.
Okay, I respect that. Now,
can you imagine the dysfunction that's going on in this woman's life right now? I mean, for real, lady. I mean, you got 7 kids and 4 of them joints in your house. 3 of them joints, we don't even know where they at. And now you're talking about you don't want to talk about this and that. What? Woman, listen. She needs to be totally off the market. It don't need to be no dude nowhere on the face of the planet that would touch this woman. Not even for sex. I mean, how good can her sex be? This woman got 7 human beings straight walked about her pussy, man. Straight up. There is no walls in there. It's like throwing a hot dog down a hallway. Come on, man. Look, y'all got to stop giving women like this value, okay? Because she has no value. Not in the market. Now when you got decent women out here that need a good man, and then you'd have had your chance 17,000 times, lady, and now you talking about man, get out of here.
Here's the deal, Alicia. You have a 2-year-old, a 3-year-old. Are the 2-year-old and 3-year-old by the same man?
Actually, the 2...
Just curious.
So my oldest daughter, she's grown pretty much.
Okay, 19, okay.
My 13-year-old stays for her dad.
Okay.
And then the other two, I don't want to discuss that.
Okay, I respect that. Now here's the deal, Alicia. You have a 2-year-old, a 3-year-old. Are the 2-year-old and 3-year-old by the same man?
Actually, the 2-year-old and the 5-year-old is about the same man.
So you have a 3-year-old though too, right? So you had a
Yes.
baby 1 year, and then the following year you got pregnant by somebody else. Okay. Now, Alicia, are you familiar with my show?
Yeah, I know. I ain't
Okay.
even got the comments on it.
So you already know that there's gonna be a lot of comments about this. So I'm gonna give you a chance to respond to the people that feel like, you have 7 kids by 6 men. You have pretty much, well, a 5-year-old, a 2-year-old, a 3-year-old, a 6-year-old. Do the 6-year-old and the 5-year-old have the same dad?
The 6-year-old, no, they don't.
Okay. So there's moments when you were pregnant 1 year by one man and then pregnant the following year by another man.
Unfortunately, yes.
Okay. So this is going to be talked about, honey. So what do you have to say to the people that's going to be talking about this and thinking that what man would sign up for this? Just
see, DicKcipline is what prevents shit like this. And lack of DicKcipline is what keep creating women like this. Because if a woman really knew deep down inside, look, I got a kid already. I'm not married, never been married. If I have another kid and not married, it's over for me. Because even dudes that meet me after the second kid, men don't even want to touch me. And you need to stop touching them. Stop touching these women. Put them back in the recycle bin. What you want to go in that situation and play some other dude's save game for? For what? What you want to play a save game for? He don't even want to play a save game. This woman has become so unconscionable and so hard to deal with, probably, that the men walked away from their children. And that's a damn shame.
The men don't want to sign up for it, but I'm saying everybody has a past. And also a lot of people also commented and said that can't nobody judge me, don't nobody have no heaven or hell to put me in. The kids that I have, I could have aborted to keep to keep myself from being talked about or to keep my reputation. So I decided to keep mine.
See how women try to rationalize dumb shit? Now here she go to I could have had an abortion. What? Lady, you ain't doing nobody no favor. How about you get married first, have a husband, know how to act, be a decent wife and a good mother, and hold your household down together. Because right now, you like a pack of scattered marbles, shorty. You like marbles all over the floor. Don't nobody know what's going on with you. You got too much shit going on with you. Too much. And too many excuses. That's what I mean about no accountability. She has no accountability. She is not owning up to anything. Everything is everybody else's fault. That's why I say black women are a microcosm of the Democrat Party. Because if you look at black women and you look at the Democrat Party, it is the same thing. Deflection, projection, no accountability, disrespect, shame, insults, guilt, all these games they playing, gaslighting. It's the same thing. It's the same thing.
Well, I want to say this, and I hear that a lot, and I get that, and respect for you for having all your children. But there's also birth control methods. There's birth control. There's condoms. There's other precautions that you can take other than just abortion.
I'm gonna just be honest with you. Okay.
Well, since you opened the door and said let's be honest. Let me be honest with you. How about stop letting all these dudes nut in you? And just like Kendra say, she took the words out of my mouth. All these different forms of birth control women got, it is no excuse for women to have all these bastard children running all over the place. It is no excuse for these women having all these kids running all over the place. None. You got too many forms of birth control. Why you got all these kids running around out here? I just don't understand it. If you're not ready to have kids, fine. If you want to go out here and screw around, fine. Cool, do you. But why you gotta have every dude ever been with you, baby? I mean, I don't understand that. And your kids all over the place. No structure, nothing. Man, look, tired of these women, man.
To be honest, I just don't need to have no sex because I've got pregnant with the depot, and then it's a little TMI, but I got that pussy gripper. So yes. So
What I tell y'all, women's main tool is their sex. That's it. Once you take that tool away, bruh, it's a wrap. Man, I'm gonna tell you something, man. Hold on, let me go big screen because I want y'all to see my face. Look, man. I've had a lot of coochie, right? But I have turned down more than I've ever got. Straight up. And let me tell you something. You know what happened as a result of that? Respect. Do you realize what goes through a woman's head when you turn her sex down? Man, it's like the whole screen just, I mean, for anybody who grew up with them TVs back in the day when they started acting stupid, you smack the side of it and that joint started acting, it's like they had one of them Fritz moments like, what? He don't want no sex? I ain't gonna throw no names out. But it's this chick I used to mess with down in Florida. I went down Florida to handle some business, you know, and I stopped in and so we hung out for a little bit. You know, we had a good time. You know, she was a good woman. You know, she was decent. You know, nobody I would keep, but she decent. You know, but so I stayed with her. So she used to then when we hook up. You know, when I see her, you know, she used to, you know, whatever, right? So when I slept next to her that last time I was there, I looked next to me like 2 a.m, and she was laying there looking like a buffet. Man, she was looking good laying. She was looking good laying right there. Wow. But you know what I did? I had to catch a flight anyway, so that's why I was up early, extra early. I had an early morning flight, and I had to drive all the way from the Dr. Phillips area all the way to the Orlando International Airport. And anybody know that distance, know that's, you better get moving because that's a drive. Then I had to turn the rental car in and all this other stuff. So I had to go. But I got up extra early because, you know, I could have got, you know, I could have did a little something before I left. But I thought about it for a second and I was like, nah. So I got dressed real quiet and left. And you would not believe the response that I got from her. When my plane landed in Reagan, shit, man, my phone was blowing up with all type of, she didn't know what to think. She was like totally out of sorts. It's a superpower, man. You know, sometimes you gotta level the playing field and let them know that, hey, everything ain't run by your sex. Okay? I'm still running things here. Remember that. Not you. Okay? I'm leading this. You're not leading this. Okay? So sometimes, man, you know, pass up on it. Go ahead on. You don't need to be digging all the time. Just go. You got bigger shit to do anyway if you're trying to get ahead. It'll be there. If that's your woman and she'll be there, she gonna be there. You know? But sometimes they think, oh, well, man, well, maybe if I turn it down, maybe she may go get it somewhere else. It probably be just the opposite. Because she'd be so preoccupied in her mind thinking about why you didn't smash or why you didn't show affection or what's going on out in the street with you. She not gonna be focused on somewhere else. And if she is focused on somewhere else, she's been focused on dude long before that, buddy. That ain't nothing new. Women don't just jump up and do stuff like that. Women, if they got a situation with a man, they're just going to jump up and just randomly just mess with different dudes like that, unless it's something in their situation that's driving them out. And a lot of time when they out, they've been gone. So by the time you find out that they doing something, it's over anyway. But let's get back to this, man, because this woman right here, man.
my best bet is I just don't need to have no sex till I get married and get some stability.
Is the goal marriage?
Celibacy,
Just curious.
and then marriage. You know
what? You
celibacy.
Wait, what you said you're celibate now?
Yes, I'm trying.
I had to pause the video to laugh at that. Straight up. Celibate? 7 kids? Man, look, see, that's what I mean. Stop showing women that sex has power. Walk away. Go home and beat your meat. Do anything you have to do, but do not, I don't care if you have to go and get from somebody else just to make her wait. Okay, they do it to you all the time. But if you got a woman, if it's your woman, I'm not advocating cheating. If that's your woman, you can't play games like that. You gotta work in the confines of your relationship, you know. But a lot of times in the relationship, when she try to use sex as a power flex, act like that shit don't even make no difference. Let it be like water off a duck's back. And then when she finally started realizing, well, hey, wait a minute, he ain't been pressing me for sex. You know, what's going on with him? He ain't pressing me or nothing. I mean, what's going on? Because women got that ego. You know, oh, why he ain't trying to get nothing for me, you know? So then when she tried to flip the script and try to come on to you, then you turn her ass down and let her sit in the corner for a couple days. Okay? You got to diffuse that shit, man. I'm telling you, if you do not, it's not going to work out good for you, bruh. I'm telling you.
And that's why I'm glad I got my kids, because I can't even get out there to really.
I want to make sure I understand. So your mama 7 by 6 men who now is celibate until you get married.
That's the plan.
Just curious, why didn't you come up with that plan after maybe baby daddy number 2?
Because I like sex. I'm going to just put it up. I like, at the time I was a nymph.
What the hell does liking to have sex have to do with having a bunch of damn kids? Okay? I like to have sex too. Love it. And guess what? Guess how many kids I got? 1. DicKcipline. Okay? Let me go back because I missed something earlier. Let me tell you what made me think about. Let me tell you what made me create DicKcipline. It was a guy. I was about 15 years old, and this new guy. He started coming out, hanging out in the neighborhood. He was from off Georgia Avenue, right down by Princeton area. So he come up our way, up Randolph. So I run into him at the Safeway. We get to kicking it, you know. So we just started talking. So finally I invite him down to my house. We out there talking, whatever. We on the front porch talking, about 15. So then he says to me, yo, man, you want to catch the bus with me over to Southeast to because I gotta go see my baby mother. Baby mother. Now I'm like 15, 16, something like that. And he like the same thing, 15, 16, 17, something like that. And I'm like, what? Baby mother? I'm like, I mean, that was totally inconceivable to me. A baby mother. You know, that's really, I mean, that's the first time I really started hearing that terminology, baby mother, because I always grew up around, you know, married people. My parents were married, you know, till my mother died. You know, I'm not used to that single mother stuff and all that other stuff, you know, because that's a cancer, but we won't get into that. But anyway, so then in the same breath, he say, yeah, then after that, we can ride the bus to Oxon Hill because I need to see my my other baby mother. I'm like, you got 2 baby mothers at 16? Matter of fact, I was 15 because I didn't have a car. I got the car right when I turned 16. So I was still 15. So I'm like saying to myself, like, what the hell stuff is this? So I'm like, nah, man, you know, I got stuff to do, whatever this and that. So I let him go on by this way. And I'm just like, it just kept rolling in my head all day. I'm like, this dude, 16, this dude got 2 kids out here by 2, and he called them baby mothers. I was blown away. I was blown away. Which one, like 85, 86. Yeah, 86. Now 15 to 86. I'm like, what in the world going on here? So I get to talking to somebody else that was close to me, and I was discussing that, and they was like, man, they just don't have no self-discipline. And I said, yeah, they need some discipline with their dick, more like DicKcipline. And then my people looked at me, and I looked at them, and we started laughing. And that's where DicKcipline came from. The dude with all these baby mothers and shit at 16 years old, all over the place. So I said, I'm never doing that. I said, my kids is gonna come through marriage. If I'm not married, I'm not having no kids. So I had a kid by my wife, and that's it. Plain and simple.
And I just want it, and I thank God I ain't get nothing that I can never get rid of. And I'ma just keep it real. But Vader, so don't nobody want to fuck.
You don't like sex no more?
But notice how she just you gotta read between the lines. See, a lot of times you gotta judge women by the shit they don't say and how they try to lie by omission. Now, she just said, thank God I never got nothing I couldn't get rid of. So that means you had everything else that you could get rid of. This girl probably had gonorrhea, all type of, I'm not really familiar with a bunch of venereal diseases, but you take your pick, okay? Most of y'all women know this stuff because y'all be going to gynecologists and stuff like that. And if you know something that I don't know, whatever, about certain different female things that they go through, whatever, put it in the comment section, because I don't know about all that. And I ain't never had no history of dealing with no women with no bunch of vaginal problems and shit, because, you know, I vet women careful. I'm not doing all that.
I mean, I do, but I found other ways to shit. Them kids go to bed and do what I got to do with to get that phone, get them toys.
This is usually the last question, but I'm going to ask you now because I'm just curious. Why would a guy, just curious, why would you say a guy would be
lucky to date me? Yeah,
why would a guy be lucky to be with you?
Overall, I'm a good person in general. I believe in God. I pray. I'm a good person. To be honest, at times I can be too good of a person to where I'm taking advantage of. So even with the dating thing, I'm still debating on, I guess, the guys that I choose. I've even said I wanted to try a different race. So
how long you been celibate for?
I'm going on 3 months.
Now look. Now I'm glad I paused it right here. Look at Kendra's eyes. Look at her face. She like, bitch, please. 3 months. A woman with 7 kids, all of a sudden now she just gonna shut it down and just, you know, and she talked all this stuff about all the sex she like to have and how she's so sexual. Man, cut it out. And see, this is the problem. This is the women that are raising your sons, man. And these are the women that are raising the daughters. These women that are raising the kids by themselves. And it's a straight up disaster. Straight up. See, this is why women are easily controlled. I mean, men are easily controlled by women, not men, males, are easily controlled by women that are raised by women, because they're used to that female leadership. They're used to that women just running over them. And that programming from a kid, when you program a kid from a child, I'm gonna tell you it's strong. Now, I'm gonna tell you something. I'm gonna run over to something right quick. I'm gonna pause this. I'm gonna show you how strong programming is. Now, if this don't convince you, I don't know what will. Because in any other situation, you tell me if this dog would have survived being in with these tigers, because I've seen videos where tigers have came up and snatched dogs off into the woods and ate them. Okay. Now you tell me how this makes sense if programming does not make a difference. Okay. Programming makes all the difference in the world. Watch this, y'all. Now, where in the world have you ever in your life seen a golden retriever go into a whole group of tigers and do that? It's because those tigers were abandoned by their mother when they were babies. And that golden retriever stepped in and nursed those tiger cubs like a mother and treated them like a mother. So even though those tigers are way more powerful than that golden retriever, and they could rip that golden retriever to shreds. I mean, to shreds in just a nanosecond. Okay, a nanosecond. I mean, without even anything, without no effort. I don't know if any of y'all ever seen the paw of a tiger and how long their claws are. They rip you to shreds, and their teeth rip you to shreds. Now you got a dog that goes in there and is able to do that, and they don't attack the dog with the dog. You see how she was roughing them up, chastising them and everything, and they wasn't doing nothing because they respected her because of the programming from a little tiny cub. Just like that's all these youngins know. All they know is no accountability. They run around here, act like their mother, running around. They think nothing can happen to them. They're out here doing wild, stupid shit. They jumping up, stealing cars and home invasions and bucking on the police and stuff like that. I mean, come on, man. You know, when I was coming up, we ain't deal with nothing. We didn't have none of that. We didn't. My generation. Not saying people wasn't. You know, we had some people wilding out of all times. You know. The earth ain't never been really civilized. As long as you had people, you had crazy motherfuckers out here. But for the most part of my generation, you didn't have people out here terrified in the gas station, looking from left to right with a nice car, worried somebody going to walk up and carjack them and take their car. You know, it wasn't a whole big issue of that. You know, yeah, people got their stuff taken here and there, whatever, but but it wasn't like it is now. You know. So I understand a lot of these dudes out here, they just go on what they know. They programmed by their mama. That's why most of them don't have no respect for manhood or no man. You know, for real, be honest with you, I would strongly advise that men that was raised by a father, a strong father. I ain't talking about no weak, pussy control, happy wife, happy life, Steve Harvey simp. Okay, you need to keep your distance from those dudes because the single mommy raised dudes, you don't want to be around them. You know, for real, to be honest with you, from my experience, they don't have respect or understanding or respect for other men. You know, it's like the same attitude dealing with the women. You know, in most cases, a lot of them still have the attitude like the mama, like, oh, niggas ain't shit. That's why most of them around here acting like talking about they're a woman and dressing like women and no respect for manhood. And when you see a real man stand up, everybody's so offended and so butthurt, you know. And I'm gonna tell you another thing about them dudes that don't have no respect for manhood and was raised by their single mother. Those dudes will sleep with your women, dog. They will sleep with your woman. They have no respect for you, your household, or none of that. Those niggas will sleep with another man's woman in a heartbeat. Man, I had plenty of opportunities to smash on different dudes, women, but I wouldn't do it personally. You know, I'm not one of the type of people to be drawing issues in people's situations, and no matter what the woman tell me. You know, a lot of times the woman will tell you, oh, he not this and that, and he not doing this and that, but you still with him though. You still laying down with him, you still in the same house with him, you still sleeping with him, and now you sneaking around. So obviously you something you saying ain't right, because if that was the case, then you wouldn't be out here sneaking around. So to me, you just a lying, cheating bitch, just like the other ones. You know, as far as I'm concerned, you know, it's crazy. Let's see what you're talking about.
And that's long to me. That's long to me. That's a long time.
Ooh, child. Alicia, should this man look a certain way?
As long as he ain't missing no teeth, that's fine. But even, you know, I don't care. He just got to be attractive.
Okay.
And I'm 4'11", so I don't want nobody my height.
Okay.
So at least like
Well,
5'2".
4'11", there's a lot of people taller than you, so you'll be good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. I think short women have it easy, not easy, but when you're short, there's a lot like I feel for tall women at times, because I get if you're 5'10", you really want somebody taller than you. But when you're 4'11", you can date somebody 5'9", right?
Yeah, I've had guys that were like 6 feet.
Yeah, I mean, obviously everybody wants somebody 6 feet or taller. But when you're 4'11", the point I'm making is a 5'8" guy is way taller than you still too. So that's in your advantage. Should the guy make a certain amount of money?
No, as long as he ain't not as long as he taking care of his responsibility, his priorities, and ain't asking me for nothing, because I ain't got it.
Okay. So if you get with a man, because you live solely off of child support, correct?
This sounds so harsh, but yeah, I want to go back to work. I do hair. I actually did my own hair, but I want to go back to work. It's just I'm trying to wait till I move. I don't really like the area that I live in.
Man, look, do you hear this woman? I'm gonna tell you something. Nothing humbles a woman more than rejecting her greatest tool. And look at her greatest tool and got her. She's still out here trying to sling and clang and bang, and she still don't have the optimal result she's looking for. And she's so oblivious, she don't even realize that at this point right now, shorty, you are not what's for dinner. Okay, you are not the other white meat. You are not what's for dinner, boo. You're not. And most dudes this coming through there, they coming through there to see if you really about what you talking about when you say you slurp it up so good and you hit this and you so good with that. That's basically dudes gonna look for. You know, you manipulate the way that you have manipulated your way through life to a point where you done put yourself into a wall and you into a corner, you can't even get out. You paint into a brick wall. Okay. I mean, it's ridiculous how sex has gotten women so far off kilter and so far. I mean, and this woman, sex has only got her 7 kids and no husband and no man, no marriage until she was proposed to. Proposed to? Anybody I could propose to a ham sandwich. Okay, that don't mean nothing. Okay, that's a nigga can say that while you're giving them some bomb head. Oh, sure, they want to marry you. You the beast. I mean, I'm pretty sure most dudes ain't said that. So what that mean? You've been proposed to. You know, sex is the tool that, men need to get it together, man, because it has gotten women in too many places where they ain't supposed to be. And look at Kamala. Look how close it got. Look, it got her all the way to the White House. Sex. Okay? But the buck stopped there because Americans wasn't going for that. We wasn't going for that. We don't care what your 60-year-old thing is like, you know, the buck stopped there. But it's a crucial lifeline. And most women, you know, face without it is their worst nightmare, which is accountability. You know, what most dudes don't understand, I'm trying to tell you, you need to understand that women do not respect weakness. And when a woman realizes that you can be controlled and manipulated by just sex, you're cooked. You're cooked. Okay? You're cooked. I mean, I had too many dudes in my lifetime, you know, coming up that lost their life, their freedom, money, everything, all for just not being disciplined and just dealing with too many women and not being, and don't have no DicKcipline. You know, I know dudes back in the day that used to mess up the package. You know, they don't even have their re-up. They done mess up the package because they taking bras down Georgetown spending money on them. And for what? Now you got to make the package up. And you out here, now your money messed up and dude looking for you because you ain't got no DicKcipline. That shit just spills into so many different areas. It's ridiculous. You know, I mean, for real dudes, I'm gonna be honest with you, for 2025, my best advice to most dudes, you know, just refrain from sex in most cases, even if you want to. Okay. The foundation of respect you establish with women when she realizes that you're not controlled by or influenced by her sex or her BBL or her fake lashes or her pounds of makeup or her lace front or her degree, it's priceless, bro. It's priceless. And it sets boundaries that either, I'm gonna tell you, it's gonna set boundaries. It's gonna even do one or two things. Okay, either she gonna run away because she gonna feel like it's too hard. You putting her on a level that she's not able to function. She's not trying to be able to function. So what she do is she'll run off and she'll say, well, I'm gonna go find me another simp. I'm gonna find me a simp, somebody who don't require nothing, or a guy who don't really know his self-worth. And I'm just gonna roll with him because that's just what's easiest. Okay. And for real, at that point, you're letting the potential problem eliminate itself, problem solved. Okay. Or she'll show you what her real worth is. And she'll start opening up a different level and show you what's missing, which you would, you know, basically what you'd be missing by passing her up. You know, she'll start showing you all her positive things, you know, her positive things that she brings to the table, you know. She might be a proactive thinker. She may see certain blind spots in your life that you don't see. You know, she may see certain voids in your life, you know, that you don't, you know, that's not being taken care of. And she may say, you know what, let me just take care of that real quick because I know that that's right there. That's one less thing he got to worry about. They don't understand how powerful small shit like that is. They think everything based off of money because everything based off of money for them. They so busy out here trying to get a bag and all this other shit, and it don't really mean nothing to the men. It don't. You know, what really means something to a man, you keeping that peaceful and shitless environment for him. We can come home, okay, to a nice, peaceful, shitless environment. You know, when he come home, he know that he don't have to be greeted with a bunch of dumb shit. You know, and stay fit. You know, you ain't got to be Miss America, but stay fit. You know, keep it tight and right. You know, for much as you can. You can control what you eat. You know, and women talking about the thyroids, and all these other different things. I'm gonna tell you something. We'll see how the thyroids do if we put you on an island for 3 months with nothing but salads, and we'll see what the thyroids do then. I guarantee you're going to come back about 90 pounds heavy, 90 pounds lighter, because it's what you're eating. You're talking to a former fat boy, okay? I weigh 182 now. You see how big this shirt is? I was a fat ass. When I married my daughter to my son-in-law, I was like 280. Now I'm like 180 something. I lost 100 pounds. You can't tell me about losing weight, shawty. So don't even try it. Women be trying to talk to, and I bust their bubble every time. You talking to a 2-time fat boy, 3-time fat boy. I done gain weight, lost it, gain weight, lost it. And you can get all the gym memberships in the world. Nothing is going to change your weight until you stop what you put in your mouth. When you start eating the right shit and you just get doing mediocre, you ain't got to get no bunch of exercise. You ain't got to lift, you ain't got to have no workout plan or nothing. Drink plenty of water, eat the right shit, and just walk. I walked off 100 pounds just by changing what I ate, drinking more water, and just walking. Okay? I'm 180 some pounds now. I was 280 something during when I married my daughter to my son-in-law. So don't tell me about your weight, baby. You know, because you can't fake funk with me. I already know what time it is. Okay? And also, too, with DicKcipline, man, you can learn more about a woman. Because a lot of times women try to hide their inadequacies through just flooding you with sex. And she knows she's not a good cook. She'll just laugh and fuck you real good. And then she'll be like, let's order something through DoorDash. Or let's go out to get something to eat. And I'm telling you, eating out is expensive as hell when you add it all up. You know, or she may say, well, I worked all week or whatever, or I got a job, I ordered DoorDash, but that's still money going out the door, whether she made it or whether you made it. That's money that could be going towards something else to build your legacy, to build your family up, to build your family structure, to go towards a bigger house or a house in the first place, or towards a family business. But you leaking money because she wants to go buy all this food because she don't know how to cook. Okay, so don't never let her buy her way out of what she's supposed to be as a woman. If she's supposed to be a woman in certain areas, then don't let her buy her way out of it. She'll let you buy your way out of being a man. If somebody comes to the front door trying to raid the house or whatever, you can't go to her and say, hey, well, here's my debit card. I'm gonna hide behind you. You know, it's his responsibility to protect you in the household. Okay? And it's your job to hide with the phone and call the police while he out there killing somebody that came in your house if you have to. Okay? Now, also, too, what I'm going to tell you guys is to never, ever hide the fact that you have other women in your orbit. Never. Never. What you want to lie for? And never tell a woman that you love her and you don't. Never tell her you want to be in a relationship and you don't. That's weak dude shit, man. You know, if you're too scared to tell her that, you know, you're not ready for this or that, whatever, or you're not trying because you're scared she's going to leave, then let her go. Because I'm going to tell you something, when you start doing some shit that you really don't want to do, you're not going to like it in the end. So if she pressing you or you feeling pressured because of the relationship or whatever, not going to go the way you want it to go because you're telling her the truth and they ain't the right woman. Because the right woman is going to understand and she's going to roll with you. She's going to trust that you giving the right instructions and that you pushing everything in the right way. You know, and also too, you know, you give women, you know, you let them know basically that, you know, you got options. You know, because if a woman feel like you don't have options, man, it's, you know, they get complacent and they start acting any old kind of way, you know, but you want them to, you know, and that goes on to my next point. You want them to, because my next bit of advice is never tell a woman what you like in a woman. Never tell a woman what you're looking for in a woman. Don't tell her nothing. Because women are like chameleons, and man, they're going to fit into that description. Okay? You sit back and you observe and you watch how she moves. And if she don't move like the woman that you want, if the way you want your woman to move, then she ain't the right woman for you. There's certain things you may have to, you know, school her on, small things you may have to, you know, push her in a certain direction, whatever. But for the most part, if she's not on autopilot for certain things, then, you know, It's like this. If you got to come in and be like, yo, you know, this or that, she had opportunity to do this or that, but she didn't do it. It could be you had some clothes laying across the bed. She didn't even fold them for you. You know, not saying you want her to come in and be your mother, whatever. But I'm like, that's teamwork. Because if I'm at her house, women know. I mean, anybody know me know that I grew up building homes with my father. I'm a local 26 union electrician, and I'm an auto mechanic. So if I come to a woman's house and I'm sitting on the front and she pull up and her brakes is squeaking, why she got to tell me that her brakes is squeaking when I know that that's important and that's part of her life, and that the brakes is important to her life, being able to stop the damn car. So if that's my woman, why would she have to tell me, oh my God, Teddy, the brakes is bad on the car. The brakes are no good. They're starting to squeak now, and I don't feel safe driving the car because I don't have no brakes. Why she got to say that? The minute did I hear that thing start squeaking and I inspected and see that the brake pads is low and they need to be changed, I'm going to get the brake pads. And when she get home from work or whatever day she got off, I'm going to go out there and slide the brake pads on real quick. She ain't got to ask me that. Just like the woman shouldn't have to ask me, should she fold my clothes, or should she throw a load in the wash machine, or if she come over and she see a dish or so in the sink, wash the shit and put it in the strainer. Because if I'm at your house and I see something ain't functioning properly, I'm going to fix it. If I come in and I see that this falling down or that's broken, I'm going to fix it for you. So I think that you need to show the same courtesy and respect and consideration. If you come to my house and you see some shit going on, you need to jump in there. You need to show that you're a team player, and you need to go in and handle that. I mean, that's just the way I see it. But you never tell a woman that. Just watch her moves. And if she don't move like that, then you know you ain't got no team player. Because why all these different considerations got to be? Women say, oh, well, I'm not a wife, and when I become a wife, then I do wife stuff, this and that. No, that's not when it starts. All the things that you do lead up to a man qualifying you to being a wife. Basically, that's what it is. So a man don't just come in and just say, you know, that don't look like a blue BMW that I came on the lot to buy. That look like a white Toyota. But I'm going to buy that white Toyota, and I'm going to expect once I buy it to turn into a blue BMW. It makes no logical sense at all. When a man see a woman move a certain way and he see that she that woman, she that lady, she got style, she got femininity, she got class, she's on top of her shit. She showed that she proactive and she thinking, she a team player. Come on, man. You know, what more can a man ask for?
And daycare for my kids, it's just, I've been through it. It's too much. It's just it's too much.
Okay. Why? Oh yeah. Now it's time for the Kendra Cam. You get it up.
I'm sorry, I didn't hear you.
Oh, you want to have your baby with you? It's time for the Kendra Cam.
Okay. Journey, get her that tablet. I just came from the store, so I ain't dressed all up and stuff. Can you see me?
You gotta see your legs. Okay. All right, we see you, girl. When was your last relationship, Alicia?
My last relationship. Well, I've been in situationships. That's crazy. I've never been in a relationship. From my understanding, it
so you
was
have 6 kids by men that you were never in committed relationships with?
I thought we were in a relationship, but I say we weren't in a relationship because there wouldn't be any cheating and having other kids.
No, you can be. I mean, listen, cheating. How about this? Cheating only happens in a relationship. Ladies, if y'all didn't know that, if you're in a situationship and a guy is with somebody else, that's not your man. So you can't call that cheating. You can only call a situationship cheating when two people agreed to an exclusive relationship.
Boy, I'm gonna tell you something. You got like my man Rennie used to say. Rest in peace to my man Rennie. Rest in peace, R.I.P. my man Rennie. He used to say that all the time. And Kendra G is a prime example of some. What is he? How he used to say? He used to say, you have good women, and you have women that know what to say to appear to be a good woman. But once you peel back the layers, she's nothing like what she say. Now, I be listening to Kendra G be dropping pearls on these bras, be talking good and be all the good common sense and everything. But I'm saying to myself, if you talking like this, then why you ain't got no goddamn man? Where your man at?
So I know y'all be using cheating, but if he ain't your man, it's not cheating. So let me ask you this question. Have you ever had any committed relationships with the men you have kids by?
Yes.
Okay.
I say that was my oldest daughter, her dad, and then my two that share the same dad. We were in a relationship.
Okay.
Man, look at this bullshit right here, man. She got this little girl in the video. Man, look. Stay away from women like this. Look, 2025 fellas, leave single mothers alone, man. Straight up. Let them go about their business, man. Don't leave your seed with them. Let them just go about their business, man. Straight up. Because 7, 6, 5, whatever dudes this participate in this clown show she got going on over here with all these kids that she got, all of them found out the same thing, that she was a chameleon. She told all them dudes everything they need to know, because I'm gonna tell you something. After the second kid, she had to be blowing trumpet like a mug up in that joint, you understand, to keep that dude head in the clouds. Okay? Dude had no DicKcipline. Oh, trust me, she was tap dancing. She was tap dancing to get that dude up in there. But I'm gonna tell you something. After the second kid, when the third dude came, she should have been totally off limits. Don't even waste, look, man, don't even waste your seed on them. Because I'm gonna tell you something. With a situation like this, you know, inevitably, it's not gonna work, man. This woman got too much DNA swimming around in her. She's been passed around too much. She does not have the ability to pair bond. She's on here wasting people's time talking about she want to be in a relationship, and she's not going to be in nobody's relationship. She's not for long at all. These dudes found out the same thing that the next dude found out, that she did everything she could to get these dudes. But one thing I'm gonna tell you about when you run across somebody, this is why I say don't tell women what you like, because they will resent you for it later. And why I say that? They'll resent you for it later because they don't want to do it in the first place. They're only doing it to try to win you over. So after a while, human nature, or most people, when you're doing something for any other purpose than you liking to do it, it's a chore. Or it's some type of manipulation tactic, or it's something that you're using to get your way. And then after a while, once you stop getting what it is you want to get out the situation, then all of a sudden you start building up this attitude of resentment towards that person and towards that situation, because it's not something you wanted to do in the first place. So I'm gonna tell you, never tell a woman what you want, what you like, because if she's not naturally doing it, never request it. Just like if you say, well, I love a woman that cook, but this woman don't like to cook, but she know how to dabble a little bit, she'll cook a little bit to get you through the door. But then when you really depending on her to cook, or really expecting her to cook, or expect to wake up to breakfast, or expect to come home to something to eat, and it's not there, then you start having friction because she didn't really want to do it anyway, because it's not in her to do it. She don't like to do it. But now it's starting to cause friction because you're expecting it and she don't want to do it no more. She only did it just to get you. Now y'all arguing over her not cooking. Now that was something that she didn't want to do in the first place. So if you meet a woman and she don't cook and she not have no interest in cooking, then you better believe, you better know that you ain't got no woman that like to cook. If you meet a woman and she got a nasty house and she don't like to clean up and keep dishes piled in the sink and clothes all over the place and don't like to keep her place orderly, then that's who you signing up for. Okay, so expect to keep dirty clothes, a dirty house, and a bunch of excuses as to why it ain't done. That's all there's to it. We're gonna finish up. We're gonna finish here with this woman. I'm not gonna do the whole video because for real, I'm sick of her. I'm sick of this woman. Because I don't like the fact that she brought her kid in on this. You know, she should have left the kid in another room.
So when was your last relationship?
5 years ago.
Okay. And the last time you was intimate was 3 months ago?
Uh-huh.
Okay. You want your baby girl to hear the rest of the conversation? She fine?
She talking about some yes, no.
See, that's why these kids are too damn grown now. And they're out of pocket. Because these women do not set boundaries for their kids. And these kids are in grown folks' business all the goddamn time.
Johnny, get up for me right quick. I'll give you a snack when I get done, okay? Okay, sorry.
Okay. What are 3 flaws you have to work on, Alicia?
Trusting people. I trust too much. Finding the right man, I guess. Financial stability.
Ain't no right man.
Is that big one?
They done with
Okay.
you.
And why would a guy, we already did that question. You want to answer it again? Why would a guy be lucky to be with you?
I'm a good woman in general. I'm a good mother. I'm patient. I don't do all that get all loud and popping my lips and all that extra stuff. I just feel like I'm wifey material.
Wifey material? You had 7 kids and nobody wiped you up. Nobody put a ring on your finger. Nobody got engaged to you. And a dude asked you to marry him while you was giving him some sloppy toppy. Man, look, what Snoop say? Bitch, please.
I am. Definitely. When I tell you the thing.
I'm just curious, what is your definition of wifey material?
Being supportive, emotionally, financially, if I can, which I have been in a position to where I was. Cooking for my man, pretty much loving on him like I love on my children.
See, let me explain something to you fellas. Let me put you down with some game. Cause see, your boy been down with this before, and your boy know all the little sneaky shit they say. Now she says they're cooking for my man, right? Listen, who's stupid enough to think that? I know I'm not. Why I say this, fellas? She got all them kids. She got to cook anyway. She got to cook for her children. So what is it to give you a plate? But I bet you one thing, if them kids wasn't in the house, she wouldn't be cooking like she say she cooking. You can bet that for real. She's a smash machine.
You look confused.
I guess my question is this: because you had 6 men that could have been potential husbands because you gave them babies, right? So I guess the question is why, if respectfully so, if you're wifey material, why couldn't you close that wife deal with one of the 6 men you had kids with?
Because they weren't husband material.
Then why'd you give them the ultimate gift of a child?
They gave the child to me. Kendra, I'm gonna just be real.
No accountability. No accountability. Women, I don't know what women looking at this or when women going to look at this, but let me tell you something. When we see women like this with no accountability, that they can't even wrap their mind around anything they do wrong, my dick don't even get hard for people like y'all.
Just be real. Like I said, I got that snapper. I use condoms. I have guys.
What? This woman said she used condoms. Look, stop the blood clot bullshit tonight.
That when they hit it from the back, they take the condom off, and I don't know. I don't be knowing. It's just certain situations. The guy I was in a relationship with, we supposed to be doing a pull-out method. He told me the day after, you pregnant. So I'm gonna take accountability for, I guess, shit, just having sex, period. Because I'm very fertile, but I can't show my shots of whoever I end up with. But
do y'all hear all them kids in the background? Could you imagine trying to have a peaceful moment in her household? Could you imagine if you did YouTube videos like I do or like a lot of people do? Could you imagine all that shit going on in the background while you're trying to do a video? You every time you turn around, here comes some dumb stuff, a baby crying or a kid crying or somebody yelling and screaming or somebody knocking something over, somebody breaking something, somebody went in and mess with your shit. You got your studio, everything set, the cameras. While you wasn't home, some kid that went in there and broke your shit. And now all she doing is she broke as hell. She can't replace none of your stuff. All she's going to do is give you a bunch of bullshit excuses. And look, I'm glad I paused it. Look at that facial expression right there. That's the facial expression right there that she give you once you say, hey, your kid broke my camera and I got to do a show in an hour. Now, my camera broke or whatever it is broke, and she looking at you like this, like, man, please.
A lot of guys fake relationships just to get in a woman's, so unfortunately, like I said, I was vulnerable at the times.
Okay. So now you're not having no more sex until you get married.
That's the plan with a lot of praying and fasting. Yeah. Okay. That's the.
Look, Sean, it's too late for that. Straight up. I mean, you might as well just go ahead and just keep banging and clanging. Hopefully you run across some dude who really don't care about you having a bunch of kids, and he, you got some dudes out there just don't care. They'll take your dysfunctional your dysfunctional bunch. And if you keep looking, well, what you do is get you an older guy. Don't get no younger. Don't get no guy your age or younger. Get you an older guy. Because an older guy, he gonna probably look at you like you some type of prize or whatever, I guess. But I don't know who you're gonna get. Maybe Stevie Wonder or somebody, because when he see that forehead from Alien versus Predator, and he see them dark circles around your eyes look like a damn raccoon, I don't know how that's gonna go over. But there's some dudes out here thirsty enough to hit that. But I wouldn't touch it with a 20-foot pole.
You already know they're gonna talk about that, Alicia.
I don't care.
Okay.
My comments ain't even known.
Okay.
So.
Okay. Well, Alicia, now the time has come. Are you on the Kendra G Singles dating app?
Yeah, I am.
What's your name on the app?
No, we ain't. We ain't doing that. We done with this dysfunction here. If you want to find this Alien versus Predator chick, then you go right ahead and look for her. But you won't be doing it over here. We about to wind this thing down. Thank you for another episode of the Teddy Mac Show. Leave your comments. Send me some emails, some subjects you might want me to go over, whatever. If you want to participate on some of the panel shows, what you do is you drop over and send me an email. Send me an email to right there and let me know that you want to participate in the show. And I'll put you on the list. And I'll send you out emails letting you know what the different topics are going to be for the panel shows. And then you can come on and participate with everybody else and make your voice heard and drop your comments, and we can cut up and have a good time, But yeah, I'm through with this dysfunction right here. Women like this, we need to get rid of this in 2025. Straight up, we need to get rid of it, because these women right here, they are not good for they're just not good for business. They're not, and we need to stop even paying women like this any attention. Women like this should have to just deal with the effery that they created, and that's it. Nothing else. Don't give them no more slack. Don't give them no more play. Okay, she's done with. Her box is done. No more kids up out of there. You don't want to put your kid in a situation like that, dealing with all that dysfunction that she got going on in her household. And stay on your grind, brothers. Stay on your grind. If you're gonna be, if you want to go through some headaches and dumb shit and everything, go through it trying to climb to the top. Don't let some woman with a bunch of stray children, disrupt your flow of your life and bring you a whole bunch of dumb stuff, man. It's just not worth it. But look, we about to sign out here, and I thank everybody for coming in. And I catch you next time on the Teddy Mack Show.
This is 29-year-old Cassandra Revel.